Okay, we're going to do our comprehension mystery. So for that, we're going to look at the title and the author. We're going to look at our visual cues. We might read some paragraphs or the back of the book or inside of the jacket. But you're going to figure out what you already know. So we're going to make a prediction. Next, we're going to do some investigating, number one. So we're going to find the 6 clues. So this was where we're going to talk about the who. What is a who?
Person.
A person. What else could it be?
Character.
A character or maybe an animal. And then we're going to talk about the what. What is a what? Well, we'll come back to that. How about where?
A location.
A location, a place. When,
Time. An era.
the time, an era. Yeah. All right. Now, the what in a story is going to be any idea?
Um,
The problem.
okay.
Okay. So then what do you think the why is?
The reason they're doing the what?
Not necessarily the reason they're doing the what, but why this is a problem. We've established it's a problem. Why is it a problem? And then our how is what do you think?
How they're gonna deal with the what?
Yeah, how they're going to deal with the problem, how they're going to solve it. Okay. So then we're going to do our investigate number 2. What do I need to investigate further? So we're going to talk about vocabulary, which I have up here on the board. We'll get to that in a minute. We have our words, just some of the words from the book. We're going to figure out what we know about these words. And then as we read, we might realize, yes, that was the correct definition. That wasn't, I need to add a little bit to it, or it wasn't close at all. We need to change it. We're going to figure out maybe some missing clues, and then we're going to talk about background knowledge. Then we're going to solve using our vocabulary. So where do I go for help? We can use context clues, syntax or semantics, word relationships, figures of speech, dictionary, and thesaurus, even if we needed to. We're going to solve number 2, missing clues. Where do I go for help? You can scan the text with purpose. What am I trying to find? You can discuss with someone, which is syntax. And then that solve number 3, that background knowledge. Where do I go for help? You can go to an expert or a peer. You can have a discussion. You can go to the computer or you can go to an encyclopedia. Then we're going to have a reward. So in 15 words or less, what have I discovered? We're going to retell the story that we're reading. We're going to justify, and then we might further investigate depending on if we need to or not, or if there's just anything that we might want to investigate. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So our flags that are on our sheet as we go through the book and we identify these things, we're going to mark them with our flags. We've done that before. And then, so now to start with our prediction piece, we're going to look at our book. So this is Dr. DeSoto and it's by William Steig. What kind of prediction can you make about the book just looking at the cover?
The mouse is a dentist.
The mouse is a dentist. Anything else that you can notice just from the cover?
He's brave because
He's brave. Why?
he's in the mouth of a predator.
He's in the mouth of a predator. What animal is this?
Looks like it might be a fox.
Okay, any predictions you can make about it?
Um, hopefully, the fox does not eat the mouse.
Hopefully, but it could be possible, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so now really quick, we're gonna do we've already talked about our colors and our flags, but we're gonna go to this vocabulary. So these are some of the words that we've pulled out of the book. So the first word is hoist. What do you know about the word hoist?
Raise. Pick up.
Raise, raise or pick up. Okay. What about anything else for that one that you want to add? Okay. What about timid?
Shy.
means that you're shy. Anything else you want to add?
Scared.
Scared.
Not scared.
That's okay. We can keep it there. Okay, what about the Cuspid? Every time I have to think about that.
I have no idea what that word means.
Okay, we're gonna put a question mark, so we'll come back to it. Morsel,
Delicious.
delicious.
Cake.
Take,
Cake.
cake. It makes you think of cake. Got it. Okay. Anything else for that one? Okay. Extractor,
Remove
remove,
or remover.
remover, winch,
A woman.
okay. Caress,
Um, Soft touch.
okay.
Couple.
Cuddle, okay. Permeate,
Um, Pass through.
and clench.
Squeeze together.
Okay. Anything else we want to add to any of these words?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Is this bicuspid?
It could be. I've been pronouncing it bicuspid, but we can look up how you pronounce it when we're done.
If it's bicuspid, teeth.
Okay. All right. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. So we did our vocabulary. So now that we've done that piece, we're going to read and explore our text. All right. Ready?
Ready.
And as we come to things, we're going to have to pull our flags out and put them in here. So if you hear a who, a what, a where, anything like that, we're going to pull these tags off and we're going to put them in here. And then if you hear a vocabulary word, we need to stop and go to the board and figure out if we have the right definition or not. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Dr. DeSoto, the dentist.
Correct.
What?
Oh. A who?
Correct. What?
I was correct.
Oh, that he's a dentist. Your prediction was correct. Yes, but we need a flag because that's a what? What is it?
Oh, it's a who.
Yeah, that's not a what, but it is a who. Yes. The dentist did very good work. So he had no end of patients. Those close to his own size, moles, chipmunks, etc., sat in the regular dentist's chair. Larger animals sat on the floor while Dr. DeSoto stood on a ladder. For extra large animals, he had a special room. There, Dr. DeSoto was hoisted up to the patient's mouth by his assistant, who also happened to be his wife.
Who?
A who? What was our who?
The wife.
The wife. Anything else here that we need
Yes.
to flag?
Hoist. Oh.
I would say we might be able to flag a where. Where are we?
In a big room.
In a big room, in a special room, in the dentist's office, but yeah. In a special room is probably going to be best at the dentist's office. Okay, what else did you notice?
Hoist.
Hoist. Okay, what did it mean?
To lift.
To lift. And what did we say?
Rise or pick up.
Raise or pick up. which is the same thing as lift, right? But we can just add lift since it's a little bit different. Okay, good. All right, let's keep going. Dr. DeSoto was especially popular with the big animals. He was able to work inside their mouths, wearing rubbers to keep his feet dry, and his fingers were so delicate and his drill so dainty they could hardly feel any pain. Okay. So what else could we note in here? I actually think we should have done it a couple back. But who is he meeting with?
Patience.
Patients.
That a who?
That's a who, yeah. It's more generic of a who, but it is a who. I'm gonna go back here and add that. Because I just realized he was talking about big animals now. Okay. Being a mouse, he refused to treat dangerous animals dangerous to mice. It said so on his sign. When the doorbell rang, he and his wife would look out the window. They wouldn't admit even the most timid looking cat. Anything there?
Timid.
Timid. So what does it mean? They wouldn't admit even the most timid looking cat. Do you think we have the definition up there?
No.
Okay.
Um,
We have shy and scared. Based on context, what would you like to add? I will say that the definitions you already came up with are pretty much accurate.
okay.
If there's something you want to add, we might be able to. But what are you thinking?
Gentle.
Gentle, yeah. I think you're more on par with shy and scared, but I'll add gentle because it's not necessarily wrong. But I will say I think you're on point here with shy and scared, just like you were up here with hoisted. Okay.
Mhm.
One day, when they looked out, they saw a well-dressed fox with a flannel bandage around his jaw.
Who?
A who? Who is our who?
A fox.
The fox.
And he said, well, don't.
I cannot treat you, sir, Dr. DeSoto shouted. Sir, haven't you read my sign? What did the sign say?
No,
Basically,
no predators.
yeah, no dangerous animals, no predators. Please, the fox wailed, have mercy, I'm suffering. And he wept so bitterly it was pitiful to see. Let's risk it, said Mrs. DeSoto. She pressed the buzzer and let the fox in. Oh, sorry, I missed this part. Just a moment, said Dr. DeSoto. That poor fox, he whispered to his wife. What shall we do? Let's risk it, said Mrs. DeSoto. She pressed the buzzer and let the fox in.
That the what?
It can be part of the what?
Oh,
Because right now they're just letting him in, right? Okay. He was up the stairs in a flash. Bless your little hearts, he cried, falling to his knees. I beg you, do something. My tooth is killing me. Sit on the floor, said Dr. DeSoto, and remove the bandage, please. Okay, so now Dr. DeSoto climbed up the ladder and bravely entered the fox's mouth. Wow, he gasped. The fog had a rotten bicuspid. How'd you pronounce it?
bicuspid.
Bicuspid. Okay, that's my bad. Totally been mispronouncing it in my other lessons. And unusually bad breath. So what did that word mean?
Bicuspid?
Mm-hmm.
Tooth. Or teeth. Oh, tooth.
Tooth, teeth. Do you want to change it to tooth? Is it very specific to
It's
tooth?
a very specific tooth.
Okay. So I'll add tooth. Do you know what kind of tooth it is?
Feeling like it's a molar.
It's a tooth with two pointed crowns. Okay. All right.
Oh. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, exactly. Okay, we'll add that too. I'm gonna do it in print so it's enough room. Two pointed crowns. Okay. Just stop the pain, whimpered the fox, wiping some tears away. Despite his misery, he realized he had a tasty little morsel in his mouth, and his jaw began to quiver. Keep open, yelled Dr. DeSoto. Wide open, yelled his wife. So what is a morsel? What's he?
Something delicious.
Something delicious.
Something
Is it big? Is it small? Is it
small, delicious snack. Small snack.
small snack? But so far, you were right with delicious. You were right with teeth. It was just certain kind. Okay. I'm giving you gas now, said Dr. DeSoto. You won't feel a thing when I yank that tooth. Soon the fox was in dreamland. Mmm, yummy, he mumbled. How I love them raw, with just a pinch of salt and a dry white wine. They could guess what he was dreaming about. Mrs. DeSoto handed her husband a bowl to keep the fox's mouth open. Dr. DeSoto fastened his extractor to the bad tooth. Then he and his wife began turning the winch. Finally, with a sucking sound, the tooth popped out and hung swaying in the air. Anything?
Winch.
Winch and extractor.
Oh, extractor.
So he fastened his extractor to the bad tooth. So what was extractor?
The remover.
The remover. Is it easy or is it like, do they pull it really hard?
Forced.
Forced. Forced remove. But that was so right. And what about winch? She began turning the winch.
So, not a woman.
No, you're thinking of a different kind of winch.
Thinking,
Different spelling. So what is it?
um, a tool or
Okay. What kind of tool?
um,
What does it do?
pulls.
A tool for pulling. Okay.
First wrong one.
Finally, with a sucking sound, the tooth popped out and hung swaying in the air. I'm bleeding, the fox yelped when he came to. Dr. DeSoto ran up the ladder and stuffed some gauze in his hole. The worst is over, he said. I'll have your new tooth ready tomorrow. Be here at 11 sharp. The fox, still woozy, said goodbye and left. On his way home, he wondered if it would be shabby of him to eat the DeSotos when the job was done.
The what?
It could be if he decides to, right?
Yeah.
So let's keep reading. After office hours, Mrs. DeSoto molded a tooth of pure gold and polished it.
Would there be a win
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow at 11 or whatever?
Yeah, we could do that tomorrow at 11. There's a few possibilities for when. Yeah. Be here at 11 sharp.
Bad fun.
Okay. After office hours is also a win.
Oh.
Mrs. DeSoto molded a tooth of pure gold and polished it. Raw with salt indeed, muttered Dr. DeSoto. How foolish to trust a fox. So what are they doing? They've decided. He didn't know what he was saying, Mrs. DeSoto. Why should he harm us? We're helping him. Because he's a fox, said Dr. DeSoto, they're wicked, wicked creatures. That night, the DeSotos lay awake worrying. Should we let him in tomorrow? Mrs. DeSoto wondered. Once I start a job, said the dentist firmly, I finish it. My father was the same way. So what are they doing?
Deliberating if they should let the fox in.
Are they still deliberating?
Yes. No. They decided to let him in.
They decided to let him in. And why is that possibly a problem?
Because he's hungry.
Is he hungry? How do we know he's going to be hungry at 11 o'clock the next day?
Well,
Is it that he's hungry?
He's not hungry. He just wants to eat them.
He just wants to eat them. Why do you think that is?
Because they're little morsels.
Because they're little morsels. Yeah. And so it's against their better judgment, right?
Correct.
But they're going to do it because, like he said, he's finishes a job. And she doesn't really see it's a problem because she thinks they're just helping. But we must do something to protect ourselves, said his wife. They talked and talked until they formed a plan. I think it will work, said Dr. DeSoto. A minute later, he was snoring. Yep. Why? We already talked about it, but let me put it on here. Why was it a problem?
Because they're scared the fox will eat them.
Yep. They're scared the fox will eat them. Actually, I'm going to put it over here where he says they're wicked, wicked creatures. Okay. The next morning, promptly at 11, a very cheerful fox turned up. He was feeling not a particle of pain. When Dr. DeSoto got into his mouth, he snapped it shut for a moment, then opened wide and laughed. Just a joke, he chortled. Be serious, said the dentist sharply. We have work to do. His wife was hugging the heavy tooth up the ladder. Oh, I love it, exclaimed the fox. It's just beautiful. Dr. DeSoto set the gold tooth in his socket and hooked it up to both sides. The fox caressed the new tooth with his tongue. My, it feels good, he thought. I really shouldn't eat them. On the other hand, how can I resist? What do we have now?
Caress.
Caress. What did we say?
Soft touch.
Soft touch, cuddle. What does it mean?
Soft touch.
It means exactly what you've already written, a soft touch. Maybe not cuddle, but definitely soft touch. It can mean cuddle. All right. We're not finished, said Dr. DeSoto, holding up a large jug. I have here a remarkable preparation developed only recently by me and my wife. With just one application, you can be rid of toothaches forever. How would you like to be the first one to receive this unique treatment? I certainly would, the fox declared. I'd be honored. He hated any kind of personal pain. You will never have to see us again, said Dr. DeSoto. No one will see you again, said the fox to himself. So what's he planning to do?
He's definitely planning to eat them mice.
Yeah. He had definitely made up his mind to eat them, with the help of his brand new tooth. Dr. DeSoto stepped into the fox's mouth with a bucket of secret formula and proceeded to paint each tooth. He hummed as he worked. Mrs. DeSoto stood by on the ladder, pointing out spots he had missed. The fox looked very happy. When the dentist was done, he stepped out. Now close your jaws tight, he said, and keep them closed for a full minute. The fox did just as he was told. Then he tried to open his mouth, but his teeth were stuck together. Excuse me, I should have mentioned, said Dr. DeSoto. You won't be able to open your mouth for a day or two. The secret formula must permeate the dentine. But don't worry, no pain ever again.
Permeate. I guess not pass through, but it's the soak. No.
To soak. Okay. The fox was stunned. He stared at Dr. DeSoto, then at his wife. They smiled and waited. All he could do was say, "Thank you very much," through his clenched teeth and get up and leave. He tried to do so with dignity.
Clenched. Squeezed together.
Squeezed together. So how did they solve the problem? We're not done, but we have discovered how they solved the problem. What did they do?
Glued his mouth shut.
They glued his mouth shut. And did he know that was coming?
No.
No, he just thought it was what?
Some kind of miracle.
Some kind of miracle formula, so he would never be in pain.
Medication.
Yeah. So they tricked him.
I want some.
You want some? Then he stumbled down the stairs in a daze. Dr. DeSoto and his assistant had outfoxed the fox. They kissed each other and took the rest of the day off. The end. Okay.
Well deserved.
Well deserved day off.
Yes, they almost got 8.
Okay.